Hello everybody, this is Lychee Planet with Top Tier Tiers. We're interrupting your regularly scheduled Gurren Lagann set review to bring you something completely different. This is the Hina Logic Volume 2 set review, and I think this is the first time we've ever left a set unfinished, ever.
What? We didn't. What about that? Scroll Girl Strikers stuff.
We finished Schoolgirl Strikers, don't be stupid.
There's a blue video on your channel right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, we finished it anyway. So with me we have, as always, Tim Tom, the something or other.
Hello.
Yes, him. And then we have, okay, so his name is still on location from jail, but he's Wibbs or something like that.
Who is still on location from jail?
I still love little girls.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you guys can ignore the thing about loving Kud. This guy's a filthy secondary and doesn't understand why no one should ever like Kud. And as a result,
it's kind of hard to understand, knowing
he's projecting. He's projecting is what he's doing.
Are you telling us you need a really high IQ to understand Little Busters?
You mean to love Kud?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Alright, so let's get on to the set review. So you can almost view this as a continuation of Hina Logic 2, which was a woefully unfinished set, if I may say so myself. And yeah, so let's get started. If you want to, we'll just treat it as a continuation. I'm not going to do like set ratings and stuff. So look, the first card we've got here is what's it called? Yayoi, Last Battle. So if you have two or more other characters with Yayoi, my hero, Karin or Karen in name, this gains 1k power, so it becomes a 3k. And then at the start of your opponent's attack phase, it becomes a mill runner. So you can mill for either Logicalist or Foreigner trait, both of which are fairly common in this set. Alright then, so this is a probably 2k but sometimes 3k runner. Thoughts?
The 1k power is more relevant than you would assume because she checks herself, right? So like you play this as a 4 of your Brainstorms on name for it, so like it's possible to get the 1k at 0, making this double as like a beater and a runner.
It says two or more other, so you need 2 others.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 of this, you need. Oh, so you're saying if you have 2 of this, then
yeah. So like you can drop 2 of this and then a Brainstorm, and then they're both 3k. You can drop this 2 Brainstorms, she's 3k. Like the added text to the mill runner doesn't really seem that impactful, but it is relevant at 0, and it can make your tri lane a little bit stronger.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. It's a mill runner. They're standard, right? Or runners are standard. In every set except Psychono.
They are fairly good, yes.
Well, like, are runners good anymore? Or are they just playable because they're standard? I think runners are playable.
They're playable plus. That's what I've been giving them for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not too far off, right?
No. It's a standard plusing 0. Right? It lets you tri lane because you have a Ricky. It lets you dodge on reverse, all the good stuff. One thing and the one thing that I noticed when I was testing some decks is because she's red, you might have a color issue depending on like what level 3 you play. So if you play the minus soul combo, which I think comes up next, you can have blue issues. So like sometimes you don't want to actually play the runner.
Right.
If that's ever relevant. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you need color fixing, then you might consider something else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, seems pretty reasonable. Playable plus seems pretty reasonable. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Oh, I put you as playable, but
yeah, I mean, I'm never going to call it playable because it's like still a card you want to start, regardless of what form it takes. Yeah, so next card is Nina, Proof of Power. It's a 3/2/9k. If you have 2 or more other Logicalist or Foreigner characters, this gains 2k power. And it's got climax combo when it stacks if you have precious friends in the climax zone, which is a gate, I believe.
Yep.
You may pay 1. If you do, this gains 2/5 power, 1 soul, and the opposing character gets -1 soul. And then at the beginning of your opponent's draw phase, if this is in the front row, choose one of your characters, and that character gains, the character opposite this gets -1 soul. So this is something that you get to do regardless of whether you've had the climax combo. But if you do have the climax combo, then this becomes -2 soul. So I mean, as we discussed previously on this channel, I guess, -2 is the threshold where it starts becoming quite like impressive. Before then, it's just not quite there. -1 is just really whatever. Keep in mind, you can. It's not an optional ability, is it? You can choose one of your back row if you don't want to give something -1 soul.
Yeah, as if she's in front row, it's mandatory.
Yeah, I mean that's rarely going to come up, but if that is indeed what's going to happen, then well, that's what has to happen.
You can trance this out, right?
Yes, it has a trance, so you can play it at 2, and then because of like the alarm that got printed in this set, you can play 3 of these really easily at level 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, like,
so that is the idea behind it. You're supposed to try and pretty much tri-field at -2 soul, so you can kind of emulate what I guess Rewrite was doing, right? The Trance is a yes, Ilya. The Trance is a startup ability, so you can do 3 without an issue. Like, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is important to note. And yeah, no, I think this is reasonable top end for the deck.
I think this card sucks.
Well, when I say top end, I mean like it's a transition to the next level 3. Because there's one that burns, right?
Yeah, but they're both climax combos.
No, there's one that
like,
burns. It's the
Oh, the Mahiro? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Your only non-CX finisher makes you play the stock soul from set 1. And it only burns for the number of events in your waiting room.
That's mildly depressing.
Yeah. So like,
is that the one that works with? It's the one that works with the event, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that is depressing.
So like, if you play this, you're banking on finishing by not dying, because like you have no finisher, and then like because you want to play 3 of these, you have to play 4 of this, you have to play 4 of the Trancer, and then like you have to play 3 to 4 of the global, and then you have to play 2 to 3 of the alarm. So that way you get this off.
Why does this get +1 soul?
Because you pay 1. That's my other issue.
I don't get it.
Like, my other issue.
Downside to balance out how powerful the effect is.
Like, my other issue with the card is the +1 soul. So like, if you combo, and then they crash into you, and then you want to loop the combo again because you want to keep looping -soul combos, right? You're swinging for 5s, like minimum 5s or 6 max. And like at level 2, those numbers are terrible. They're almost never gonna go in.
Pretty
so
much.
like if you loop the combo, it's almost like you're negging soul yourself because you're not gonna get damage in either. It's like why what's the point of this? There's no payoff to it because like you have nothing past it.
He's not wrong. I mean, therein lies a major problem with this, right? The +1 soul is actually my least favorite part of this card.
The fact that you have to pay for it as well is like also an issue. It's like if you play 3, you don't build stock anymore. You just go 0 every single turn. So like as soon like if you get to level 3, if you didn't play the Ninas and then still have like 4 stock left over, if you need to heal or brainstorm or whatever to like mill, you don't have the option because you just don't build any stock.
Ow, that's kind of unhappy.
The more
like,
you think about this card, the more the worse it sounds.
Because without the combo, this card is just extremely bad, right?
Okay. So it does something without combo, like it -1 souls, but it does it at draw phase, which is like really terrible timing because then you can't stack them on 1.
Wait, yeah, you can, can't you?
No, like you can, but it lets you, because you do it at draw phase, your opponent knows where it's stacked, so they can try and play around it. So like if you stack 2-on-1, they can they can put an early play in front of that, or any like 2-soul beater in front of that, and then 1k1, and they're still pushing damage.
Yeah, he's right. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, so like if it was climax phase, it could be a little bit better if you didn't combo, but like because it's draw phase, you're forced to split them 1-1-1 to try to get the most out of it. But like,
I mean, is there a difference between that timing and like climax phase timing? I don't. Or battle phase timing rather.
Like draw phase and battle phase.
Because like it's not like these -2 soul combos are like, you know, it's not like they're gonna go more than -2 soul, right?
No, I'm speaking for like if you don't combo. So like if you miss the gate,
but if
or don't loop.
Yeah, but if you're getting -2 soul in one lane, like I don't see a big difference between that and like a regular -2 soul, apart from like the Arisa, right? Like your opponent isn't dealing with an unknown quantity when they're looking at a regular -2 soul, right? If the ability to play on the -2 soul is inherent to all the combos that are like that, so why would that be a deficit for this compared to like?
Yeah, no, he's right. If it chose an opponent's character, then I'd agree it'd be much worse timing. But since it chooses your own character, it doesn't really make a difference unless your opponent's playing bounce events.
Oh well, yeah, but then like, what? You're just kind of fucked, honestly, if your opponent's playing Telever.
I mean,
agreed.
It said auto loses to Telever. It auto loses to Chain Chronicle. It auto loses to Gurren Lagann.
Space Face.
I did it for you.
I love Space Face.
Oh. Yeah. I think the deal breaker for this card is the +1 soul in the combo. Like I think that just like it makes it Kotori before you even start looping. Does that comparison make sense?
Space Face.
Yeah. So what's the rating, boys?
What's below playable? Bad?
There's niche. I don't think
it pretty much goes straight to bad. But look, it's a card that doesn't get you any value when you play it. If you trance into it, you like break even if you have the alarm card. And it costs stock to keep on doing the neg soul thing. Without the neg soul thing, it's really mediocre. And even with the neg soul thing, it seems like all it does is keep you in stasis. And I mean, stasis can be good sometimes, but it's also not amazing sometimes. Like +1 soul is really bad.
Wait, but is stasis even good if you're not actually building resources? Like isn't decks like Kotori and I guess Kuro back in the day, like they were good because they could build resources into the actual top end.
Gurren Lagann, like that they just keep on building resources.
Right? But like you go 0 if you combo. This card literally does nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it attacks for 4, maybe 5 if they rammed into you. And
6.
Then they might eventually die because they're not doing any damage to you, I guess. But it's not like this card is impossible to kill either. It's only 11k. It dies to every anti-change in the world, and Space Face destroys it terribly. What can I say? If you want to call it bad, I'm not going to stop you, but I think it's probably like a niche card if you really like this character.
See, like playing this deck just feels so bad. You drop 3 Ninas and nothing happens. You either cancel or you lose the game. That's all it becomes.
I mean, you don't need to cancel. Your opponent's just not doing any damage to you unless they're doing damage to you. But then you're not doing any damage to them. But I mean, you have the chance to land 5.
Oh, wow.
It's not a great chance.
Wow.
But
nice. Your finisher is praying that they stick 5.
Works for Monogatari, right?
Okay, you're right.
Alright,
Oh shit.
Niche is where I'm putting this card. You've convinced me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this card is just bad. I don't see a reason to play it.
I think that's fair. Alright, next card. Karen, preparing for the school festival. 001k. Up to once per turn, when you use a backup, give a card 1k for the turn. And ditch bonds to Karen, preparing for the school festival. I'm pronouncing it that way because they're both Karen. Just, I have to differentiate them somehow. So the other Karen is, as in Karen Kanzuki, shoutouts to people who recognize that, is a 2/1/2/5 counter. I think it's your sack counter, right?
Yeah, it's pay 2 sack anti-change, 2/1/2/5.
Oh wait.
It's actually not a terrible card to ditch bond to, right?
What the hell?
Yeah, but
Oops.
like the actual ditch bond target is fine, but does that make you play this card? No, right?
No, not really.
Like, what
It will.
what deck has issues picking up a counter, right? Because like, wouldn't this only go in a deck that couldn't pick the counter up easily? But like, what deck can't do that?
Modern decks. Like, this is a ditch out, and I'm never gonna discount that. But I mean, this deck also has what? It has
Cheery.
like Azon, right? Cheery.
Yeah,
that's
it has
right.
a Cheery.
Okay.
Like I guess ditch outs can be an issue, but I don't think playing a vanilla ditch bond for a ditch out is ever a thing, because like the first line of text is almost never gonna come up. Like you have like almost nothing you actually want to be countering until level 2, but even then I don't think the 1k matters.
So what sort of metagame would you want this card in? I.e., when would you always want access to your anti-change counter and possibly multiple times a game?
Japan.
If they play if I'm playing the mirror match and then they play triple Nina Trance.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. At which point I have to ask, why aren't you just playing Space Face?
You're right.
Little girls is why. Anyway, this is a weird card. I'm putting it at playable minus because I don't think it's actually like
It's not bad.
anything worse
just-
than that. It is consideration, and that's more than you can say for a lot of cards.
Playable minus seems fine. I don't think you'd ever play this card ever, like no matter what build you do. But I think if the card's still fine.
Yep, seems good. Alright then. Next card, Nina, Relaxing Moment, 0015. All your other characters with either Lion or Nina in name gain 500 power. And at the start of your climax phase, give one of your Lion or Nina characters 500 power for the turn. Don't you have like a trillion different trance targets that are all just global 500s?
Every
Yep.
foreigner for the Trance is a global. Like this set
And
has
why?
I think like 8 or 9 globals.
Why does this have a role at all? Why is this rare?
Because this is a trance target.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Wait,
it's
is it
No,
not?
No, the
the
Trance
trances
Wait.
are all she wants.
Yeah, the
No,
foreigners
no,
are
Nina,
it's,
she's-
no, it's the one that goes with the trancer. Sorry. Isn't it?
What?
No.
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 That's
This
the next
card.
card.
Yeah, this card doesn't do anything. It's just a waifu support card.
There's no reason to play this because, like, to trance, you need a foreigner card, and they're all global supports. And the
Yeah.
foreigner in question is the next one. Michelle, Nina's new foreigner.
I mean,
Can we just give this a bad? Because there's no reason you'd ever play this, right?
well, I mean, you can maybe make an argument for like Leone Nina waifu, but even then, you're still playing the globals for their trances, right? And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
you're also playing a 2K support with the new level 3 Leone. So it's like, yeah, this card's bad.
Yeah, there we go. Strictly outclassed. I think your Skype is
wait,
frozen
what
for me. It's still stuck on Karen. But either way. Next card is Michael or Michel because he's a foreigner, so we're making him French. Michel, Nina's new foreigner. All your other characters with Logicalist or Foreigner get 500 power. Speak of the Devil. This is the card we just talked about except it actually has a use. This is the one you need to trance with in order to get the 3/2 neg2 soul thing.
Yep.
So is this?
So this is like
Still-
this is niche by
still niche,
default,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yayoi, emergency situation, 105k. Placed from hand to stage, gets X power, where X is 500 times the number of your logicalist or foreigner characters. It's a 1075. Some people call them assassins. I'm not sure that's a really great term for it, but whatever. It's a 1075, and then it goes to being a 105k.
Was that?
Do you ever need this? Don't you have
Wait.
like an actual good 10 in the first set that's red?
The,
Yeah.
thingy?
You have a pay 1 search plus.
Yeah.
That's a 6/5.
So this card like does nothing, but it's still a playable minus, right?
I mean, yeah, the card's not bad, but why would you ever play it, right?
That's the thing, yeah.
So like,
it's like
doesn't that mean it's not playable?
It's
Yeah,
hard to
well,
say because like I wouldn't fault someone for like putting one in their deck. That's not something I can stand here from my high horse and tell people off for doing. But I also don't see a situation where I would play it. Like maybe if I tuned the deck, this might have a role in a super tuned version for my metagame. That's how I'll describe it.
Wait, but like, what metagame would a 1K would the 1K difference make? Like is your metagame just like Persona 5?
Yeah, I was about to say pure P5. Yeah, that would be the difference. Forcing your opponent to counter.
Idolmaster.
I mean,
Let's be realistic. Let's talk about sets people actually play.
Wow.
So yeah.
with the up and coming.
Sorry, man. Fish in a barrel. Yeah. So like P5. I guess. Like,
ReZero,
is there
maybe?
anything else? ReZero. Yeah, ReZero P5.
Twins. TM.
Pure Space Face. Like pure Space Face just plays 7Ks.
Twins. Twins is gonna be broken with the new set.
Yeah, you're right. Twins is going to be broken, but how do we know we're going to even keep the Kanata? Well, okay, Kanata's an insane card. I don't see that being taken off. Either way, yeah, this is a playable minus because it's not like the worst card ever. Nina, Maiden Shyness. It's a 2/1/1/5. This is the Trancer. So when it comes, this is all the Trancers. I don't want to talk about them again. So it's a 2/1. When it comes to play, you shuffle back up to 2 of the Trance target into your
bottom deck.
Fine. You bottom deck. I mean, you're about to Trance, so you're going to shuffle anyway.
Well,
you bottom deck. Okay, that's fair enough. You can just put them at the bottom of your deck to confirm 2 clean triggers.
Yeah,
okay.
you can do spicy plays.
This is some Persona 5 Joker shit, dude. You can put up to 2 of the level 3 at the bottom of your deck, so you always have a target for this one, and then merge. Put the Michael that we talked about not long ago, Michelle, from your stage face up under this as a marker, and then put this underneath the Nina that you search from your deck. So it's like a convoluted change where you just take a minus from your stage instead of from your hand and don't pay any additional stock, which is really, really powerful. Like, that is an extremely powerful effect. But it is an inherent neg. So ultimately,
there's a card that fixes that in this set.
Yeah. We're going to get to it very soon. Like, very, very soon.
Yeah, trancing is ridiculously powerful. Like, you just pay 1 to get a level 32 Soul Beater. I
basically pay 1, ditch 1. So it is obscenely powerful. It actually just is. And then when you take into account the fact that you're about to get rid of that ditch 1 part of it, and it becomes really, really strong. Like, this is why Hina logic has any worth at all, because this is the cheapest advanced sum. Like, we live in a world where the Misakuro Changer, which was once like on the banned list, let's keep that in mind, is now completely unplayable because it's too expensive. And now we have cards like this. We've come a long way. This card is like niche. You could say niche plus if you really wanted, but that's because the Trance target is not particularly special. There are better ones later on.
I think like every Trancer is just an extension of their target. Like, if the target's niche, then the Trancer's niche, no matter what.
I think that's fair enough because they don't have any auxiliary abilities, do they? Like the Misakuro Changer had a Scry, but none of these. Yeah.
Like there's, I mean,
Wait, the
like,
auxiliary ability is confirming 2 clean triggers.
yeah, like you
Kill
can
yourself.
you can stack your like the stacking the deck can actually come up. It can be relevant in certain situations, but like they're rare. But that
Rare is an overstatement.
you can confirm your sides at level 3 with soul triggers. Come on, dude.
Carrying, preparing for the school festival. It's a 2-1 sack counter. This is playable. You could even say playable plus if you want to push it that high.
It's
I think that
it's the only anti-change, like hard anti-change in Hina.
yeah, it's good for the mirror match. I feel that on reverse finishes are making a bit of a comeback, and it's nice to have this. I don't think it's like pivotal in every deck like it was in the Nisekoi days, but I think it's fine. Oh,
It's I think pay 1 sack or pay 2 sack 1 is like one of the best anti-change counters, right? And like the deck wants to play level 2s, and sack counters is just like a nice plus for the matchups where you need a sack counter, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Were you gonna say something, Tom?
Nah, it's fine.
I was gonna say the LB one is better because
The LB one's better because 2-1 Rin's a card. Like if 2-1 Rin wasn't a card, it wouldn't be better.
he's not wrong. Alright, onto the uncommons. Yayoi, relaxing moment. It's a 001k. Your other character in the front row gains 500, yeah, and climax combo. When fledgling logicalists is placed from hand to the climax zone. I don't actually know what that is because
It's a blue stock
Blue
soul.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that. When the blue stock soul is placed to your climax zone, you may pay 1, so you can use the blue stock soul stock, or you can pay stock to begin with. If so, salvage a foreigner or logicalist. And when your character's trigger check reveals a climax card with 2 soul trigger icons, you may pay 1, so you pay out the climax immediately. If you do, salvage a character, then discard a card from hand.
This is like this climax combos with 2 other characters?
2 other
2 other
characters.
characters?
Yeah, it combos with like a power pumper and then a Shumikaze.
It's all
Yeah,
pretty whatever,
yeah.
honestly.
It's a very vanilla climax combo.
This card could be worthwhile if the climax combo was costless and was a salvage ditch, and then the other effect was a straight plus. Like if that was the case, this might be a consideration. As it is, I think this card is just not worth playing. Even if you're playing like the climax combo, you already have pluses from that climax combo. You don't need this as well.
Yeah, I also think like because it's a support, it fights for your foreign or global spot. Cause like you're never gonna play over your brainstorm. You're always gonna have your brainstormers. So, like you only have 1 back row slot, and then even if you play this climax combo, you still want the global to do a trance, because if you're not playing a trance card, why are you playing Hina Logic?
Because you're a lolicon.
Okay, you got me.
So this card is like, what even is this? I don't think. Do you play this? I don't think you do.
No, I think this is bad.
I think that's a fair stance to take, because
Okay.
like it's not like you ever want to play 8 double soul triggers. This is not really a saving grace for that or anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with niche minus. I'm sure there's somewhere this card goes. Probably the
Wait, okay,
fledgling
so
logicalists deck, but
if the double soul trigger effect was in Railgun, how would you rate it?
It costs a stock, man.
Yeah, but it pays the climax out.
You can just pay it out with the salvager
Okay, fair enough.
or a brainstorm.
Or both.
Yeah, I gotta put your stock to better use than that, I think.
Yeah, look like. Yeah, I was just trying to find a case for it.
I've moved to an area with better internet because you guys were beeping and booping.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, bad or niche minus, whatever. It's not a particularly good card either way. Feel free to test it out there. Next card, Veronica Alka Bureau Chief. It's a 001k. When this attacks, give another character, another Logicalist or Foreigner, 1k and 1 level for the turn. Like, that's one of its modes, or you can have it as back row. Tap this, give a character with Logicalist or Foreigner 1k and 1 level for the turn.
Wow.
So basically, either way, you either tap it to attack or you tap it to support. It's cute and versatile. I don't think it's actually a very good card. If you had spare room, I could see maybe playing one just, for the extra buff on your Shimakaze or what have you. But I'm really not convinced we need this.
I mean, okay, so I said this earlier. You don't have back row room, right? Because you have to have a brainstorm. You have to have your foreigner global. So like, this card is only a front row attacker, and then like, why would you ever want to play?
Do you not have a better
just
CIP
a pump? There is, I think there's a CIP plus 1500, but even then, you don't really play that either.
Yeah. This card.
Playable minus. Like, 1k 1 levels, it's alright. It's not terrible.
Yeah, you could play this.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, next card.
Alright, this is the interesting card. Principal, Watching Over. It's a 1025. It has no effects on stage, and it's just a 1025. But it has Alarm, which is the ability where if this card is on top of your clock, like on top of your clock zone, and you reach the timing, you get to do something. So it's a very powerful effect if you're still clocking. So this one is, if this is on top of the clock and you're level 2 or higher, when you use Merge, search your deck for up to 1 character with either Logicalist or Foreigner and add it to your hand. So this gets rid of the whole neg bit of the Merge effect, and better yet, it means all you need is the 2-1. So like or like the 0-0. Like you only need one half of the combo, because you do 1 merge, and then you can chain merges if you have the other parts of the combo, and then you end up with not having negged at all, because, well, you make up for it with this ability. And you can use this multiple times a turn to basically play out 2 soul, massive 2 soul thingies for 1 stock.
Yeah, if you're doing triple Nina, if you have this card in your hand, you only need you only need 3 other of the trance pieces, including the one on the board, to get triple.
I think that's pretty insane.
Pretty
like
sweet.
Is that right? Am I doing my math right? Yeah,
And
you
you're
only need
going
wait.
compression
No, sorry.
positive?
You need
For
4.
the deck?
My bad.
You need 4 pieces total, including whatever's on the board. So you need a 2-1, you need a 0-0, and then you need any combination of 2 of any combination of the others. And then you get 3.
And then they link into each other. You get 3, and then the final one just gives you a free tutor for anything you want: counter, sat counter, cheery, whatever. So like this single card makes every single merge just read pay 1, play a level 3.
Yeah, so I think this is like the reason Hina Logic is more than just a joke set, and as a result, I have to give it like a good meta rating.
This card's insane. This card makes every single trance card become Onodera plus more. That's how I look at this card. Like, even if you don't,
that costs 1.
like even if you don't do multiple trances, like, this card's still valuable. So like in my deck right now, I play the support trance. Like it's an early play healer, so I heal the alarm right away, but it still makes my support have the Onodera effect. And like even one search is really powerful. This card's really good.
Yeah. So look, I think it's consensus. This is good meta, or even good plus meta.
I'd say it's good plus. This card puts in a lot of work.
Yeah, I think it does. This is the key support to the flagship ability of the set, and I've said my piece. There's no reason not to play it.
If you trance, I think you have to play this card, no matter what trance you play. and like trancing is the reason to play this set. So like inherently, this is the reason to play this set.
Yeah. Reno, treat on New Year's Eve. 104k. During your turn, all your other characters with Logicalist or Foreigner gain 1k power. And when you use Merge, you may draw one, then ditch one. This is a lot weaker than what we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
So much weaker. There's a
you
big
don't
part
have
of...
room for this card, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any back row room because you've got, your global support and stuff. And by the time you do have back row room, I'm pretty sure you want something that's going to keep your trances alive rather than give them some power or turn and give you some draw ditches.
Yeah.
Like what you could do is you could have this as like random front row and then also have support if you really need to discard out. But that seems like a real corner case that should never really come to pass. You
All
have
of
better
your-
chance.
Everything you do at level 1's on reverse, like CX combo or the 1-0 Yuko. So like the global 1k on your turn is it can be relevant for that, but even then that means you have to front row this. And like if you're front rowing this, why are you not just front rowing another combo piece or another 1-0 Yuko?
It's not like you can just
fair enough.
toolbox this whenever you need it either, like AOT can. It's global, so.
Eh.
Mm.
Can I give it the rating?
Playable minus, is that the rating?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright, so speaking of 2-1 supports, Karen, tasty things. 2165, give all your other characters gain 500 power. Is this a worse version of the 0-0 global?
Yes. Wait,
So
no.
when your other character with marker becomes reversed in back row, you may pay 1 and tap this. So this is to stop you reusing it over and over. If you do, rest that character so you can save a Trancer, but you wouldn't need to save it if you gave it a proper defense buff in the first place, right?
I mean, if you climax combo with Nina, she's 13-5 on defense, and if you don't climax combo, she's 11. That's still like really huge.
Is this the go-to support then?
Wait,
No,
Wait, do you need the markers?
no.
You don't need the,
set-
except for like the Yuko, right?
No. Oh, yeah. But you only need 4 for her, and if you trance her, she has 3 already. So like the markers
Right.
don't really matter unless like you play set 1 2-1 Nina because she's soul pumps
Yeah.
with markers. Like
This also gets just completely nullified by any removal. So, doesn't seem worth it. Oh shit.
I don't think it does anything.
Oh, I had technical difficulties, but I'm back.
Okay, we were saying that we don't think this card does very much at all.
Yeah. Is this
And as a
another?
result, I'm giving it a playable minus because what you said about Nina being fat as hell does ring true somewhat. But I feel like there's probably a better support. It's 2018.
There is.
Just play another global.
All right, next card, Nina. Time between just the two of them. It's a 3/2 10k. So this also combos with the with Nina's climax, right?
No.
Oh wait, no. This combos with the on reverse. This combos with the on reverse climax. Never mind.
Yeah, it combos with the red
Yeah.
Stoxel.
The Leone. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may pay 1. If you do, choose the Leone that also combos with this climax and put it any slot on stage. Climax combo, when you play the perfect smiles or whatever to your climax zone, if this is in the front row, give everything 3k power. Oh my god, this is like a 2009 era card.
Yeah. The other one burns with 2.
Yeah, so the other
Switches.
the other one is CIP, or from this you draw 2, drop 1, and then on reverse with Stoxel you pay 1, burn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is this even
I like
worth
this
it?
combo.
Is
I
it?
like the
Is
combo.
it good?
I think this is the best finishing combo in Hina.
I'm talking about this level 3, man.
Oh, like the Hina specifically.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a potential 1-cost 3/2 that digs. You can use this to play over a Leone to dig deeper if you need to find the climax, and then she pumps with an on reverse combo. I think the card's like this card specifically is all right.
Look, I haven't delved into it, so I'm gonna be a fence sitter and just call this niche because, well, it has that definition, right? Because the better card in the combo is the Leone anyway. This is just like a support card to that Leone, if anything.
But if you play the Leone, I think you have to play this. Leone's vanilla 10k, and then if you have like a Leone support, she's 12k, which is not big enough for certain matchups. So, like you do need the 3k pump to get the reverses.
Okay. So is Leone the meta build?
I'd say like this combo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. I think this is the best Hina build. Playing this.
Jeez. My condolences, I guess. Yeah. I'm still gonna call it niche because that's what I think it is.
So are you saying it's niche because you only play it if you play the Leone?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
Gonna give it playable or playable plus? Or...
I think this is playable minus. Like, it's just there to make your Leone better. That's all I think of this card.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Oops. There we go.
Alright, Shizuwa, same potential. 0/500. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may ditch a climax card from hand. If you do, search your deck for up to one character with merge, so specifically the 2 ones, and add it to your hand. Yeah, that seems like the general consensus.
I mean, the deck can have climax ditching issues sometimes. Maybe.
Indeed. Alright then. So playable minus, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. So next card. Nagi, Yayoi's new foreigner. So I assume this is the trance target for Nagi. Is that correct?
For Yayoi?
Or Yayoi, rather?
No. It's not.
No?
No.
Oh no, they've broken the formula. Anyway, this is 0/0 assist 500 in front, and when your other character with Yayoi in name becomes reversed in battle, you may pay 1 and put this under that character as a marker. If you do, rest that character. Maybe, I guess.
It's supposed to work for your like the set 1 restand combo.
Okay,
Like
so...
the fucking terrible early play healer that was 9k on defense. So I think like the idea for this card is like you would trance into multiples of her, and then you wouldn't care that she's 9k on defense because you just use this to save her.
That does sound terrible.
It's pretty garbage.
Okay. Well then, we have some garbage on our hands. This is niche minus, I think. And I'm being generous. Alright. Next card. Yayoi, preparing for the school festival, 0/2k. When this is placed from hand to stage, this gains 1/5 power, and when this attacks, give another character with Logicist or Foreigner 1k power for the turn. So, the Nagi can save this card to let you reuse the on-attack pump. That's,
That's anti-power creep love live.
That's my first thought, and I don't want to think about it anymore. If we weren't playing the what's her name, Veronica, why would we play this?
What do we give the Veronica? Playable minus?
On attack, play 1k, give 1k 1 level to something.
Yeah, I think we gave it playable minus.
Alright.
Okay. This can be playable minus, I guess. Oh, that's so sad.
I think we have a trend.
Yeah, I'm shrugging in person right now. Alright, next card. Karen, surrendering 103k. When this is placed from hand stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Logicalist or Foreigner, put it face up under this as a marker. And at the start of your climax phase, you may put a marker under this into the waiting room. If you do, choose a... Wait. What?
You choose the next card is her sister doing the same thing. So they spawn each other.
Wait, did they translate this wrong?
They translated it wrong.
Lovely. So it's Karen, not Karine. Wait.
They translated it wrong.
Yeah.
This is supposed to spawn Karen.
1 second. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh, I fucked up. Whatever.
God damn it, Tom.
Okay. They fucked up more than I did.
I'm so confused.
So what? This is a marker thing? The other thing's like a...
So the other thing is, if you have this one on stage, in the front row, she gains 2k.
Oh yeah. So
if there's
like
a marker if there's a marker under this one, she gives the one on screen 2k. And then
Wait, no. This is a 0 cost plus. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, never mind. This isn't mistranslated. This is just a 0 cost plus. So you get the marker, and then at the start of your climax phase, you can sack the marker to put the same character on field. So you went +1 for 0. But the problem with this is that you have to play 4 of this garbage card that does nothing else. Oh god. Really?
It's worse than a vanilla if you have her sister. It's garbage. This is bad.
It's an interesting engine, but since you have to run so many bad cards to get this good effect, I have to also call it bad.
Okay.
I'm sure you can get this sort of effect without doing this sort of garbage. Yayoi, Unexpected Valentine, 103k. If you have 2 or more other Logicalist or Foreigner characters, this gains level 1 bomb. And when this is reversed in battle, you may mill 2 cards from your deck. If any of those 2 cards is a character with either Yayoi, Mahiro, or is the event Mahiro's Inventions, you may pay 1. If you do, bounce this back to your hand. Really? This card just never dies then, right?
If you build your deck for it.
In that deck, yeah.
Okay. So this is niche,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, this only goes in the deck with those 2.
Yeah, but the deck with those 2 sucks. This doesn't make you want to play that deck. They're like,
I don't know. This doesn't seem like anything you'd want to play.
It's
just a level 1 bomb, so at the worst, it's a playable minus, I guess.
It's got cute little girls on it, so it's playable in my book.
Alright. Next card, Vice Principal supporting, 104k. When this is placed from hand stage, you may ditch a card from hand. If you do, search for that broken ass alarm card and add it to your hand. Do you need this?
No.
I don't think you need this, right?
No, like if you need.
Whoa! Oh, I lined that up perfectly. Kind of? No, it's not perfect. Never mind.
It's close.
All right.
It's pretty close.
This card is like niche, I guess.
The 1-0 Yuko from the first set is tutor anything from your deck on reverse. So like you never have an issue grabbing this card if you run 2.
Does the alarm card count as a merge card?
No.
No.
Okay.
It does not have merge.
Yeah, I don't think you ever need this card ever.
Alright. Next card is bad. It's the one we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I don't need to go on, do I?
Shit.
Alright.
No, you don't.
It's a
Hina,
1065.
Usual way home. It's a 101k apparently.
Wait, what?
106k rather.
No, I meant the one we skipped. She's a 1065. That's like worth noting.
Oh, sure, the Karen, yeah, whatever. Who cares about that card? Next card is Nina, usual way home, 105k. If all your characters are Logicalist or Foreigner, i.e. always, this gains 1k, so it's a 106k. This looks like it belongs in 2013. I think it's a few years too late for this to be reasonable.
It's balancing the terrible effect with the good art.
Yeah.
Next card, that card's bad. Karen, Tasty Things, 2/2, 6k. If you have another character with a marker, this gains 4k and character encore, but only with Logicalist and Foreigner characters.
So everything. In
Yes.
this.
You have a better level 2 play though, right? It's that
you have
blue thing.
yeah you have a 2/110k from the set one that can pump soul.
Yes.
So
yeah. Do you run? I don't.
does any
play
deck
this.
does any deck other than Monogatari run 2/2s anymore?
Standby.
Standby decks. Is there a standby in the set?
There is not a standby.
Well, so much for that card.
Rip.
Okay. Worthless. Right, let's move on to blue, because
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Leone, starting mock battle, 1035. During your turn, if you have another character with Logicalist or Foreigner, this gains 3k power, so already better.
Wait, what? Oh,
No, that's
okay.
correct.
No, yeah.
And when it's attacked, you may pay 1. If you do, Twin Drive, or perform trigger check twice during this attack's trigger step.
Twin
Alright, so
Drive.
I want to get this sorted right now.
Can I say it?
Yeah, you do it.
Twin Drive is the most useless effect in Weiss.
I don't agree with that, because we certainly have more useless effects. This digs you 1 card. This mills 1, in effect.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
It's
It
Stock
cleans
out.
your stock. It cleans your stock.
Yeah.
That's like the only good use case.
I mean,
Unless
don't
like
you have a better one?
I do
Oh,
want to
sorry.
point out that there are certain cards with that have effects that happen when you trigger a climax. So there's an ancient LB card which scans your entire field when you trigger a climax. So if we can somehow give those cards Twin Drive, then Twin Drive becomes obscenely powerful.
so Twin Drive and Haruhi is powerful.
Is it? I thought Haruhi was just revealed a top card.
No, Haruhi has
You mean all the
the
cards that say when you trigger stuff?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
those cards those aren't powerful effects. Standing your whole field is a powerful effect because there is no limit on the number of times you can do it with that LB combo. Basically, my point is you need something utterly ridiculous for Twin Drive to be worth your time at all. And that is not what this card is. Not at all. This card is bait. It is double R rarity. I think it might be one of the worst double Rs they've printed in recent times because it's so utterly mediocre. Like, compare this to the Mari from Love Live Sunshine, the first booster. Compare these two cards. How are they comparable? They're both 1035 blues. Well, Mari might be 3k. I don't know what she is. The point
Mari's
is, they
3K.
have a similar... She has what?
Mari's 3K.
She's 3K.
Whatever. They have similar attacking roles.
But she's bigger.
Yeah, she is bigger, and she has way more text, and she has way more relevant text. And then we have this card, which is so garbage.
I think Bushiro thinks Twin Drive is a ridiculously powerful effect, which is why they're rating it so highly right now. Like,
Look, what could happen, what you could do with this card, is you could attack your opponent for 5. That's about it.
You can play 8 gates and then not play a plussing combo.
Let's look, that's an actual idea that isn't terrible. I mean, it's terrible, but it's not like it's not laughable, I guess, is the thing. The thing is, Twin Drive is broken when you have 6 health or 7 health or whatever Vanguard has, because crits means so much more. But when you have more health than like the tiny amount Vanguard has, it's suddenly not really that powerful. And I mean, that's the issue. Twin Drive is just not powerful in Weiss Schwarz like it is in Vanguard. So I'm giving this card a... What do I even give this? This is like, oh,
this card, it has no role. Like, it's not a good attacker. You have objectively better attackers, even just pure on offense, and the other text is almost irrelevant other than to clean your stock. Like,
so this is just bad then.
This does. It's a vanilla.
6-5.
It's a vanilla 35.
Yeah, it's a 3-5 on defense, and it's a 6-5 on offense that makes it so you can sometimes clean out your stock. But then you're triggering twice anyway, so you've got a good chance at making your stock dirty if you use this effect as well. Look, this is an interesting effect in that we've discussed it so much, and that it's a terrible card. That combination of things is interesting to me. But that doesn't
we talk
mean
about bad
anything
cards all the time.
We do. But that's part of it. Like, it's interesting to see how these cards actually rate up. So yeah, no, I'm giving this card. I'm making a statement. I'm gonna call this bad because I don't think that there's any worth to this card.
I agree. This card serves no purpose. Like, whenever I see this card in deck lists, I just think that they're wasting their slots. Or they pull the SP.
Time is what they're doing.
Just, this is kind of off topic. Has there been a Twin Drive printed yet that wasn't a double R?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we're just sort of in this phase where Bushiroad came up with a new effect and they over-evaluated it, so they rated it really highly, but it's not it's not panning out.
Isn't this only the second Twin Drive?
It's so hard to overrate Twin Drive. Have they ever played Weiss Schwarz before? I'm not sure they have. How do you overrate Twin Drive? Like, it does nothing in the set. Oh my god!
Why was the Lala Runner a double R when it was a? Is it a U in Psychono or is it a C?
It's practically the same as an uncommon, I think.
Yeah, like I think they make a new effect and they think it's really cool, and then they over-evaluate it because they think it's really cool.
But the Lala Runner was good. It just had a shitty level 3.
Yeah, and now it's an uncommon.
Oh god, with an even worse level 3. Anyway, let's move on. Leone, Light of Healing, 328k. Assist. Oh, it's a big for an assist. Gives all Logicalist and Foreigner characters in front 2k power, and on reverse send to memory it's optional, so you may send it to memory. And it heals when you either play it from hand or via Leone. This card's cool.
You can trance this.
Yes, you can get it at level 2.
Yes, you can. And as we've seen from Lucia, advanced summons supports are sometimes the best advanced summons of all.
I think Standby Sao is making people realize that 2k assists at level 2 is just ridiculously powerful.
Yeah, that's what you should be standbying out, right?
At 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this card is sweet, but the thing is, you're not limited in this set. What you do is you trance out one, you trance out a second, you trance out a third, and then you trance this out as well because you still have room on your stage. And it's like, what? What just happened?
Or you play the 2-1s.
Yeah, so like
I think that's more.
I actually tested a little bit of both. Like you can play like a deck that runs 2 trances. Like you can trance out the Nina minus souls and then trance this out in the back, because the alarm, like you can abuse the alarm to do it all, but then you're clogging your deck with all the useless 2-1s and globals. So like you're filling your deck with bad cards to get a all right good question mark level 2 game plan.
Dies to space face.
The way I play this deck right now is you trance this at level 2 to get your healing out of the way, because you don't want to you don't really want to be wasting your time healing at level 3. You'd rather be like trying to finish the game with the burn 2s. So like you trance this, and then you play the 2/10k from set 1, and then you ride on 2/12ks and 1/065s, which are 85 on offense. And it works. Like it works really well actually. 2/12ks are really hard to deal with, even when they don't have anti-backup like Lucia.
I mean, Space Face deals with it just fine, but that's one deck, I guess.
Gurren Lagann sucks, so who cares?
Lagann is the best. I'm convinced that it's just amazing.
Okay, whatever you say. I think this card enables the deck to not fall off at level 2, because like all of the other trances in the set are just lackluster. They don't really do much, and like they'll just even if they do anything like say the Yuko Rem marker thing, they're just gonna get answered by early play or early play killers, because like every deck has early play killers.
All right, I'm on playable plus for this.
I think this is a good minus. I think like you should be like, even if you don't trance it, I think you play this card no matter what. It's a healer. It's a healer at the worst case. That makes your level 3s better.
I think that's fair. What about you, Tim Tom?
That's playable plus.
Seems good. All right, Yuko's Hospitality. This is the sort of name that should be on an event. 3295. For each marker under this gains 1k. When this attacks, put a character in your waiting room under this face up as a marker. And when this attacks, if to the new life is in the climax zone, what climax is that?
Pants.
Whatever. When that climax is in the climax zone, you may discard a card from hand. If you do, look at up to X cards from the top of your opponent's deck, choose up to X of them, and put them in the waiting room, and then put the rest back into shuffle the rest back into their deck. Where X is 3 if there are 3 or fewer markers under this, and 4 if there are 4 or fewer markers under this. It starts with 2 markers, right? Because you trance into it, and then you get 1 marker, and then next turn you attack with it, you have 4.
Yes.
I don't know, it's cute.
It's like it's a sick compression engine, dude.
Yeah, I think this card's like it's Rem but slightly better.
No,
if you're
just
going for the
play
compression.
It like TTGL, man.
Yeah, no, this gets completely bodied by Space Face, but let's ignore that for a moment.
No, I'm not.
I
If you do
think
it at
that
level
clean
3.
charging markers is fine. Yeah, at level 3 it's fine, but at level 3 you're facing down freaking 14Ks from the Space Face deck. You can't do much against that. This is like
I think the climax
it's
combo
pretty
is...
big to begin with, right? It's a 13-5?
Yeah.
No, 12-5.
12-5, which is already kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty respectable.
I think the CX combos is worthless. Check top X of the deck is very rarely relevant.
Yeah, and it takes up climax space.
Yeah, like would you play this as a climax combo? Like I wouldn't play this as a climax combo. Like it's not actually trying to finish the game. It's just trying to better your chances that they don't cancel.
So would you can trance into this, right? So you can play this
you can
as a
trance
level
into this.
2 game plan?
You could, yeah. Like you can play this and try to go for like a ReZero style game plan. Like you compress with markers, but then you don't have like felt to actually make it good.
Whoa.
Right? Like would you say Rem by herself is good?
Well, Rem needs felt. Well, the thing about that is Rem comes out for 2 stock, right? This would come out for 1 stock in 1 hand.
Potentially just 1 stock if you have the alarm.
Sure. I mean, that's the big difference.
Yeah.
Between the 2.
Like, I think playing this just for compression is fine, but like I don't think this is a compression deck. Like you don't actually compress fast enough to make it worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, Mr. Guardian player?
Okay, so you've been beeping and booping for the last probably 3 minutes, and I've actually not understood anything because my internet is great. I'm just going to assume that you said this card is interesting and probably usable, but the climax combo kind of sucks because that's what I think of it.
That's exactly what we said.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Turns out I still know how to play this game. Alright. Look, I'm going to put this as like a playable because you do need a bunch of stuff for it to be like a thing. Okay, what's next? My hero, firing all shots. 3/2 10k. When this is placed from hand to stage or via the effect of My Hero's Festival, look up the 3 cards from the top of your deck, add 1 to your hand, put the rest in. When this attacks, you may pay 3 and ditch a character card with Lodge Crystal Foreigner or My Hero's Inventions from your hand to waiting room. If you do, burn your opponent for X, where X is the number of My Hero's Inventions in your waiting room. Oh god, really?
It's customizable.
Is this
CX
really
let's
the world we live in?
finish.
Is it even it's not customizable. What the hell?
You can ditch your target and burn 1 more. Hooray!
This is the world we live in. This is niche. I don't want to spend more time on this than I have to.
This card doesn't.
Any objections?
No.
It doesn't make me want to play the stock soul from level 1 or from set 1. So like, and if you don't play the stock soul from set 1, then there's no point to play this card.
Okay. Right. Next card, Yayoi, Happy Days, 00500. It's a brainstorm. During your turn, it's blue and it's got yellow effects. Great. During your turn, your other character with Lodge Crystal Foreigner in the front row center gains 1k. And brainstorm, 1 cost tap, mill 4, and for each climax card revealed, draw 2, ditch 1.
It's
I
fine.
like this brainstorm ability a lot, but
Hina doesn't abuse draw 2, drop 1.
I don't know about. Do you have the back row space for that? Like, what's your other option then?
A tap salvage
Right.
brainstorm that can give 500 on opponent's CX phase.
Right.
Like I don't think you'd ever play it over the salvage. Like you don't have events that you want to draw into like Little Busters does.
Okay, well, today is definitely not my day because you're still beeping and booping. Look, I trust you to finish the card evaluation without me because we've already covered the 1/0 that I thought was the best card in the set. And we've covered the other interesting cards, so you guys do it without me. I don't think I'll be able to contribute when I actually can't interact in the conversation.
Okay.
Have fun.
Well, LB runs that brainstorm also because its ditch outs kind of suck, and because its milling options also kind of suck. I guess you have no such problems with this deck since you have.
Like you have Cheery. Like sometimes you can have a dish out issue, but like I don't think sometimes having a dish out issue makes you play this brainstorm.
Okay.
I think it's still fine playable.
Yeah, I think it's
fine.
It's still a solid card. Yeah. All right. Next, we have another brainstorm. This one is Leone, relaxing moment. 001k. Your other character in the front row center slot gains 500 power, and it's a tap self brainstorm. You search for a Leone or Nina card every climax you hit. It's a lot of brainstorms. I think this is niche by default because of what it searches for.
Yeah, well, a lot of your cards are Leone or Nina.
Are they?
Like,
so
and like,
is this a consideration for the deck?
See, like a lot of your main cards are Leone or Nina, but like your tech isn't. So your counters aren't. Your globals aren't. Your one like the CX's plussing level 1 isn't. None of your zeros are, except for your Chieri. So like I don't think this is a consideration.
Okay, so just niche then.
Yeah.
All right. Next card. So this is a global. Oh, I wonder if it's a trance card. It's a
Yeah.
Bell Moment of Oath. 001K. It's a global for all your logical list or 400 cards. And pay 2, tap this to get a card from your clock, return it to your hand, and put the top card of your library into clock. So this is the trance target for the healer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This deck could sometimes, or in set 1, this deck had a stock out issue at level 1. So like if you triggered first, you could almost never pay it out unless like you double brainstormed or something ridiculous. It's like the pay 2 gives you a stock out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like other than that, like if you play the heal support trance, then you play this by default.
Yes. Think I'll give this a niche, I think.
Well, by
There's only one reason to play this card, and that's if you're playing a deck that plays the Leone.
yeah.
Or you can give it like playable, I guess, if you think that Leone is in every deck, but in the meta deck rather.
I do think it is, but like every list is just the minus soul combo, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, that even if the Leone is like good, I don't know if this is anything more than like a playable minus.
No, well, like it like you have to play. I said this before. You have to play a trance, and like you have to play the global for that trance.
Yeah.
So like by definition, all the globals are niche because you only play them if you play the trance.
Okay. Next card. Mahiro, Big Shot Director. 0/0, 2500 power. If you have 2 or fewer cards in your stock, this gains 1500 power. This is a blue oversize. Do you have like?
There's a penguin. Set one
card?
had penguin. Yeah, set 1 had penguin oversize. No events or backups.
This is probably better.
You don't really counter at level 1.
Well,
like that can come up, yeah. So like I guess this is kind of better.
Like that just makes that like it just makes it so that's a horrible top deck if you need to play that card for whatever reason. I mean, I don't. Is the 4K?
Well, I
mean, I guess if you were somehow counting, so like the only place where the 4K matters then would be in the transition to level 1, if your opponent somehow can't kill this 4K.
Also losing power is like I think is better than just raw 4K when you have on reverse combos because it's harder to crash into. I think that makes it a little bit better than the penguin.
Okay, so this is your
playable.
Blue, playable. This is your blue oversize of choice if you need to fix for that color.
Pretty much.
Okay. This is the next card.
It trances the burner.
Hero Festival. This is the trance card. Yeah.
I don't think we need to say anything. It's niche.
Yeah, it's niche. Wait, what's the oh wait, we'll get to that later. But I assume it's like a global or something.
They're all globals.
Yeah. Okay. Next card. One sec. Oh, the next card is I don't even have to change my rating.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a
you
niche
play
card. This
played
trances
it,
out
you
the
trance,
Yuko,
you
right?
go. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about the Yuko, so. Alright. Next card. Oops. So this is Ashley, Happy Days. 004K, another oversize. If you don't have a student council or Yuko card, this doesn't stand. And this can't side attack. This is probably you don't have that many Seitokai cards, do you? It's just the Yukos and
the Yukos, the draw 2 ditch 1 brainstorm, like the set 1 center slot runner.
Uh,
Like nothing really. Like
yeah,
this is just
I think this is
this is
just bad.
the it's the worst of your like three potential blue oversizes.
Pretty bad, I think.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to play this over even the 4K from set one. Okay. Next card. This is the whatchamacallit.
Shimikaze.
Yes. The combos with the blue stock soul from before. This is Yuko, relaxing moment. 4500 power gets 1k if you have 2 or more other characters with Logicist or Foreigner. And so it's always 5500 power. And on reverse with the climax combo, search for a Logicist or Foreigner. Solid combo, but I mean, you could
It's weak.
probably run this in some decks, right?
Yeah, it's really weak, but there's one other card that we haven't got to yet that combos with the stock soul that power pumps if she's in the front row. So like you can make these 8k, I think it was.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
perfectly reasonable.
Yeah. 8k for 2 reverses is very reasonable. 2 reverses is like what you want to go for with Shimikaze.
Okay, yeah. Next one is the Leone Trancer. So
Trances to the heal support.
yeah, this niche, same thing for all as every other Trancer. This one's cool because it trances out to an actual good card, like for sure a good card.
One of the only good ones.
Yeah. All right. Next card. This is the one that's summoned. This is the one that's summoned by the Nina from before. So
Yep.
Leone, time between just the two of them. 3/2 10k. When this is placed from hand to stage or via the effect of the Nina from before, you draw 2 ditch one, and as a climax combo, oops, with perfect smiles. Is that the stock soul? Yeah.
Yep.
If it's in your climax zone, you can pay 1 on reverse to burn 2.
It's efficient.
Yes.
So
Also weak by itself, though.
Yeah,
So
I'll
this
bring.
is the best
Well,
finisher you have? Is that what you're saying?
you have Xenon, and you have a bad restander, and then you have this, and I think this is the best of the 3.
That's
Like it sounds bad, but like you can the set has the ability to feed this card and make it
it's
big
just
enough.
like it's just like
Burn 2,
being
burn 2.
limited to 2 of them, right? That's the problem here.
Well, like yeah, you don't have if you're in like certain matchups, you don't have to play the Nina because you have a 2k support, so you can make these 12k without the Nina. But like, yeah, most of the time you need a Nina to make them 15k to
Right.
actually like guarantee the reverse. You only get this twice, and like
This is also on reverse too.
yeah, like, I can't say it's bad. Like it's fine. It's really efficient. The Nina makes it efficient. She digs for her own climax. 2 is a good number. It's not stopped by Kimono. It's just like
Yeah, I think this is solid. It's just like
compared it to like a good finisher, it's kind of bad.
yeah.
I still think this is a playable plus. Like I think this is the combo
Yeah.
you want to play. Like if your game plan isn't win through compression with Yuko or win through minus souling them to death with the Nina, then I think this is your only option to try to win the game.
Okay. All right, solid card. I think I agree with playable plus too. Oops. Shit. Wait.
But he's not in order.
So Big Web like does this weird thing with their ordering. They go by rarity. They go by rarity, so it's fine.
This is
This is the transfer
Yuko.
for Yuko,
Yeah, this
right?
is
Sticks.
Yep.
Yuko's new foreigner. 001k. Global 500 to all your dudes. When your other Yuko is played, or when this is played, you can look at the top card of your library. That's a cool effect. And you can tap this to give 500 power to a character. This is niche.
Yeah.
Um,
The Scry is good. Like the really really good CX plus from set one's a Yuko. So like if you play this, like
oh,
you get
yeah,
you can use that to get
that's
Scries, but
cool.
like you still only play this if you're trancing Yuko. So it's
Right.
still niche by definition.
Yeah, it's a cool fact. All right. Next card. So this is Waffle, Leone's new foreigner. This is the transfer the Leone, right?
No,
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 wait, no.
we saw it already. The
Wait, we
transfer Leon
did?
is the pay two at from Cloud.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. So, is it actually pronounced waffle?
Yes.
Leone's new foreigner. 1500 power. Auto. When your other character with Leone in name is front attacked, you can pay the cost of marking this underneath a character, any character with Leone in name, as a marker. If you do that, you can choose one of your characters in battle, and that character gains 2k for the turn. So it's like a field counter, basically.
Costless field counter.
Costless field counter. Well, it's like, so typical field counters are typical sack self field counters are 1500 power. This one is 2k.
But it's name restricted to Leon only.
Yes, so this only goes in that build, right, where you're front rowing the Xenon, right? I imagine.
Well, the pay two, the pay one ping two.
Oh
is
yeah,
Leon.
that's right.
But like the thing is, Leon doesn't have any other front rows other than the
Xenon,
I keep forgetting the double trigger.
Oh,
like that's the only front row that you're reasonably going to be playing, and like it's a 35, so like 2k isn't going to save it.
Well, you're not playing this at level 1, I would hope. You have other things to be doing.
Then it's only for your Xenon or your Burn 2, and
I think
I think this is
sense.
bad.
It's bad.
It has no purpose.
Wait, this proc's in the front though, right?
Yep, it does.
I think this is fine. I mean, it just goes in the Leone deck. I mean, you can call it that, I guess.
Leone waifu. Okay, fair.
Yeah, I think field counters are fine.
Next is another foreigner global.
This is Mahiro's thing, right?
Yep.
It's like a spaceship.
Yeah. I think one thing to note is that this also has like a pay 2 effect that it's like it gives you the stockout option.
Searches for Mahiro. Okay.
Well, if you're playing this trance, you're playing the level 1 stock soul combo. So this is pay 2 grab your level 1 combo, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all right if in the deck it's played.
So this is Dread, Mahiro's new foreigner, 0/0 power. This is a global, and as aforementioned, pay 2 tap self search for Mahiro in there. So
niche by definition.
Yeah. Seems solid for the Mahiro deck. Okay. Next card. Miss Pirari Academy, Yuko. 0/0 power. When this comes into play, you can ditch a climax card to salvage a logical lister foreigner. Wow, you got another ditch out. This
effect's very vanilla.
It's okay. Back to that again. Playable minus, playable minus.
Like, yeah, it's playable. It's just like not.
I mean, we rated the other best. One. We rated the other one playable minus.
Yeah. Okay. Playable minus is fair.
Yeah. All right. Mahiro, effect of the arrow. 0/0 2500 power. So when this is played, this is just a drop searcher for Yayoi or Mahiro cards. So when it comes into play, you can pay on ditch 1 to search for a card, which is Yayoi or Mahiro name. This is niche.
Yeah, only goes in the Mahiro.
This is the only drop searcher in the set.
It is.
Oh.
Like drop searchers are a thing of the past.
Hey man. Well, unfortunately, this one's niche. So.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is 1 sec. Mahiro relaxing moment. This is the relaxing moment cards. Yeah. Okay. This is a 1-0 4 to 500 power. This gains 1k if you have 2 or more other characters with Logic as Foreigner, so it's always 5500 power. When you play the Stock Soul, the blue Stock Soul, you can pay 1 if this is in the front row to give everything 2k power. That's a lot worse than the other 2 cards.
Yeah, but it's almost needed if you play Shimakaze though.
But they have to pay 1? Oh god.
Yeah, it defeats the... See, like, my issue with this is, like, you have to play this because you're playing a Stock Soul, so, like, your Shimakazes aren't big enough, but then this negates your Stock Soul. So why are you playing it?
Meh. I don't...
Like,
This
I don't
only
think
goes
it's...
in that deck, I guess.
Yeah.
Surely, you do not have better power pumps.
Uh,
Alright. This is like really whatever. Only goes in that deck. Alright. Next card. This one is cool, I guess. Mizuki Appropriate Advice. 1/1 4k power. Level assistant in front to any logical host of foreigners, and when you merge or trance or whatever, you can draw a card, and if you did, discard a card, and you can tap this to choose a Yuko, and if that character has 2 or fewer markers under it, you can look at the top card of your deck and put it face up underneath that character as a marker. So this is how you get to 4 markers like instantly.
Right? Well, no. See, like the thing is, though, is like when you trance, you have 2 markers already.
Yeah, so this gets you the 3rd marker, and then you attack and get the 4th marker.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how you get the 4th marker, like, that turn.
It's a support in a set that has 8 globals that all need to be played. Like, even in that deck, you
obviously,
need to play...
this would be just for, like, the Yuko play, right? This
is
supporting the Yuko play.
I guess, like, you still have to play the global for Yuko, but, like, when you trance, it opens the slot for this card anyways.
And this gives like 2500 power instant. Like, you give the marker, which gives the Yuko more power too. So, I think it's solid for that deck. I think you only played in that deck.
It's only solid for that deck.
Yeah.
No other deck.
Yeah.
It's like niche.
Yeah. I think it's nice that you get the ditch when you trance, but yeah.
Yeah, but
it only works in that deck, so.
Yeah.
Okay, next card. I have to go all the way back. Fuck. Homemade Valentine. A 2/1 event. If you don't have Yuko, you can't play this card, and you can salvage a Logical to Foreigner, and then all your characters get 2k power for the turn.
Why are you
this doesn't seem very worth it, honestly.
Why are you paying 1 stock for this effect?
Oh god. I mean, your alarm searches for free. This is like a pretty bad it's like a pretty bad timing, I think, for the way the deck wants to play anyways. Coming off refresh, your selection's going to be poor.
Yeah.
I don't think you play this at all. It's pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see a use case for this.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't even like ditch for you, just a salvage. Yeah. Okay. Next event. Process of growing up. 1/1. You can search your library for up to 1 character with Leone and 1 character with Belle and name. Reveal them, put in your hand, and ditch a card. Are the Belle cards? It's the crap.
It's the Belle. Belle's only the global for
really,
the Trancer.
Is that the only Belle card?
I'm pretty sure. I can double check.
Wow, this does. That alarm just makes this so much worse, I think. You have so much time to get your trance pieces. And those are the only cards, really, that you'd be running that you would search with this event, unless you're playing really heavy on Leone in the rest of your deck. So,
like, You can make a use case for this if you had a Leone level 1 combo, but
But
you
you don't.
don't. So there's no point to this, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not even like it's the same card
I think this is just
TLR.
Yeah, but like
The same card as TLR, but it doesn't have
you don't
the
have
same
good card. Yeah,
application.
you don't have good cards to search for this. Especially if the bell, the only bell you have is the global. I think that's just like the killer here. If you had more bell cards worth running, other than that global, maybe you could make a case for this. Also, the alarm just kind of
The alarm is just a free plus
just
whenever you
better.
trance.
So, I can't. Yeah, I think this is just bad. I don't see a reason to run this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have reached the end of Hinology, Volume 2. We'll be right back with the set overview.